Good morning, it's Karen, and this is my TBR for September as well as plans for the rest of the year. September is the Aurelium Readathon, and so I am participating like I always do. This is my third year in it, and I am the mathemagician, which means I have to read 4 books. G has released all of her prompts, and I have hopefully found a book for each of them. I don't think any of the books are really ones that are on my finish for the year reading. So let's just see what we have. For alchemy, I need to read a book that will make me emotional, and I have chosen The Wolf and the Watchman. I drew this last month and my library didn't have it in, so now it's almost in. And I am thinking that this one will make me emotional because it is a Nordic noir and it is a mystery, and the emotion that I'm hoping that it will get me excited and thrilled and just like generally pumped up to find out what's going on. This is about a murder, and there are 2 unlikely men that end up coming together. It is set in 1793. There is either an attempted assassination or an actual assassination of the King of Sweden. Is it Sweden? I have not ever read anything set in historical Sweden, so looking forward to this one. The next 2 books I need to read for Inscription are, the title has all of the letters of my name. So my name is Karen, Karen, and that one I thankfully found one. It's called The Lost Ark Dreaming. It has all of my letters. And then I looked it up and it's like 79 pages long. So woo, 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 woo. Short book, fits the prompt. Do I know what it's about? Not really. I've not read from this author before, but if I end up liking this one, I will definitely check out their other stuff. I think this is futuristic, climate, something about societies all like gathering together because of the floods and the rising waters. I think that's right. The next one was I needed a random color wheel generator, and this is what I got. Now, I thought this was going to be easy. It was really difficult. Give me green, give me yellow, give me white. Absolutely everything has all those colors. Blue is really difficult to find. The wedding dress sewing circle. I think it is wartime and a bunch of women are getting together. There's a garment ration, and so I think it's just about women getting together during the war, and I thought that would be a really great September read. Cozy, feel good, a little bit hard hitting. Maybe I'll cry. That's my pick for this one. The last one that I need to read is for psionics and divination, and that is to read one of your favorite authors' debut books. I got a little bit stumped with this one, but I eventually, something clicked in my mind. Emily St. John Mandel. I'm going to try and read her first book, Last Night in Montreal. I have zero idea what this is about, but I am hopeful that it shall be good. And I trust Emily St. John Mandel's writing. The rest of September, I am hoping to finish off a few more books. I'm in the middle of Dorian Gray still, from the beginning of the year. I am also almost done Tyranny of Faith, and this one was big. It reads quickly. I just haven't been reading it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. This one is, I think people have described it as religious horror. Okay, I'm not sure I'm quite getting that, but it is dark. It's really dark, so I'm hoping to bring in fall with this one. Also in the middle of Courts of Chaos. I've been reading this one very slowly. This is one of my top 10 to reads. I just want to finish this cycle. This is by Roger Zelazny, and this is a very interesting series. It's got a very cool system of magic. It's got a very cool world. I just really struggle with the way things happen. A lot of it is telling. I don't really want to go too much into it because it's the fifth book. So all I can say is it's just more of the same and I'm gonna finish it. If I can, I am also hoping to read Richard Osman's newest book, We Are Murderers? We Are Detectives? We Solve Murders. I'm hoping to read that one as well. So that's my September at a glance. The rest of the year, I need to focus on my goals. So these are the first books I call I must finish these. The Place of the Lion by Charles Williams. I need to finish this one. This is one for October. I always read a Charles Williams in October. His stuff is really dense, so it actually takes me a couple of months to read, so it'll probably take me October and November. This is a reread for me. I also need to read Vita Nostra. This one keeps getting bumped. I was going to read it in July, and then I was going to read it in August, and I was going to read it in September, but it didn't fit any of the prompts for September. So I guess we're reading it in October, November, or December. I also need to read Storm by George Stewart. This is a small book, but it is dense. So we'll see how I do October, November. My challenge book seriously needs some attention, so I'm hoping to continue reading little bits of it. And honestly, if I end up reading it over next year as well, I'm totally okay with that. And that is the Shahnameh. There are some 2024 releases that I would love to look into. I've already mentioned Richard Osman's We Solve Murders, but there is also The Instrumentalist, which just came out. This is about Vivaldi and an orphan girl that he kind of takes under his wing and teaches her how to be a violinist. And she's super duper famous in her time as a virtuoso violinist. And I'm very excited to read this one as a musician and a person who loves history and a person who loves Vivaldi. This one should be a hit. There are two more that I'm interested in, and one is called Immortal Dark and the Last Dragon of the East. Don't ask me what those are about, but I flagged them as I'm interested and I trust my past self. The last section is my wish. My wishes. The books that I wish I could read, and I hope I can. The first one, if I don't get to it this year, that is okay, but I really want to read Dracula. I really want to read The God Whale. Canticle for LiQWYD keeps getting bumped. I need to read this one. For nonfiction November, I would love to read this one. This one is all about loving where you live. I moved here 4 years ago during COVID, and so everything was closed and nobody wanted to really connect. So I've been struggling to find a bit of a community. So I'm hoping this will give me some insight and guidance in settling myself. Those are my wishes, and I know it seems really long and really implausible. However, I have been reading on average 70 books per year. I am at 48 right now, which means I could read another 20 books. Just to throw in a little bit of chaos, I'm going to draw a book. This is my wild jar. And these are ones that it's okay if I don't read them. However, I think it would be fun if this is a challenge book that I end up reading that I wasn't expecting to read. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Purple's Fantasy. Oh, interesting. The Tainted Cup. Who is this by? Is it by Robert Jackson Bennett? He's the one who wrote Boundary Side, which I loved. The Tainted Cup. I have been hearing lots of good things about this one, as this one's an underrated fantasy. And I have been wanting to get back into fantasy. This will be a good step in that direction. All of those books. We are going to rock this, okay? We're gonna rock this. You know, don't just ignore the fact that that's like just the physical. Those are my crazy plans for the rest of the year. My name is Karen. I'm the book Libronaut. I explore all types of books. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.